Okay, so I will start directly for today's presentation. And today our topic is about the Biomic Gum paste. And this is also developed with Mr. Kang. And I think all of you already get the Biomic Gum kit. So let's see what we have in this kit. So totally there are six different pink in this kit. From P1 to P5, the color getting darker and darker. And also we have two bottom of the 3D paste, which is 3D N and 3D V. And two bottoms of the liquid, one shade guide and one brush for 3D paste. So why we have this Biomic paste? So honestly, it's three reasons, and we can see is the first one is fast gum aesthetics, and second one is simple to use, and the last one is bionic aesthetics. So that means for one Biomic Gum kit, it can satisfy the external staining on any kind of the ceramic restoration, and it's fast and cost saving. And also for the second one, it's simple to use because Biomic is a universal mixing paste. Each bottom in this kit can be mixed, no limitation. That means you can mix like P1 with P5, pink one with pink 5. And it's kind of simple using logic from pink 1 to pink 5, the color getting darker and darker, and it avoids the confusion during the operation because other brands, they have many colors and they named is by numbers like number 25 or number 64, and normally technicians will get confused if number 12 or number 15 is darker or not. So in this Biomic, for avoid this kind of confusion, we make the color lighter is from P1 and the color darker for the P5. And the last one is the bionic aesthetics. Because this Biomic gum is the color is definition of the Biomic is completely simulates the natural gingiva color, so which also contains the special color that simulate the blood vessels. So here you can see these three different kind of materials is the indication of the Biomic gum. Is suitable for staining and the characterization operation of the gum part of the dental zirconia or MPF or glass ceramic, because it's kind of low temperature stains. So here on the picture, you can see this P1 to P5 and another 2D paste, pink R. And this new kit of Biomic gum provides 6 kinds of pink color, so which can be used together to imitate different colored gums. Also, one color shade guide in this kit, we can see at the first, and one 3D brush. So with the use of them, with the use of this kit, you can complete higher level staining on the zirconia or mental frameworks. Here you can see P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, and pink R, glaze 3D-N and glaze 3D-V. So what's the difference between them? The pink 5 and pink R, they are 2D paste. And others like pink 1 to pink 5, pink 1, pink 2, pink 3, pink 4, and 3DN and 3DV, they are 3D paste. But all of this color, you can mix them freely, no limitation, like pink 5 with a 3DV or pink R with pink 1. So like what I said, there is no limitation while mixing them. So each gum color in this kit corresponds to an area of the gums. So if the color is not dark enough, you can mix it with pink 5 or pink R, because pink 5 normally is for the blood vessels, or pink R is a dark pink to increase the density and the opacity of the paste. So here on the picture, you can see pink 2 mixing different percentage of pink R, and it's becoming darker and darker. And also pink 2 mixing with different percentage of pink 5, and it's become darker and darker. So here is the scenting chart of the Biomic Gum Stain Kit. Is totally same with the Biomic Aesthetics Kit. And what's different is this Biomic gum is for the frameworks or long bridge with gums. So there are something we need to focus, like the first one, while we baking it in the scenting furnace, while we're doing the scenting, it is necessary to reduce the heating rate. And it's better to extend the cooling time to avoid stress cracks caused by rapid cooling of the cornea or rapid heating during scenting. It is recommended to use slow cooling for all scenting curves of the frameworks, because I think almost 80% of the cracks after scenting of the frameworks or implant cases or long bridges is caused by rapid cooling. So for avoid this kind of problems, we can just extending the cooling time and or use a slow heating and cooling rate. So finally, we came to this part about how to apply the different paste in this kit. So here on the picture, you can see each color corresponds to a section of the gum. If you feel like first we divide the gum into 3 different parts, like mucosa area, main color area, and the free gingiva area. These are 3 parts. And among them, we have some intensive area, like the bone contour area and the intensive area, which is like some characteristics of the gingiva area. And the last one is the surface characteristics or surface textures. So for the different area of the gums, we have different colors. Like for the mucosa area, we are using pink 3. And for the main color area, we are using pink 2. And for the free gingiva area, we are using pink 1. From pink 3 to pink 1, the color getting lighter. And the pink one is the lightest one. And for the second picture, the intensive area, we have some darker part on the gingiva, and we call it intensive area. And for this area, we are using pink 4 because it's darker than the main area or free gingiva area. So for this part and for better layered effect, we are using pink 4 for the intensive area. And pink 1 is lighter, and we are using them for the bone counter area, which gingiva looks thinner than the other part on the gums. And the last one is the surface textures. And we have some blood vessels and the stipple effect on the gingiva. And for this area, we are using pink 5. And the pink 5 is a unique color. Only I did have this kind of pink 5 for the blood vessels. And for the stable effect, we are using 3D-N or 3D-V to create a different layer on the surface and make the stable effect. So this is the concept of using the Biomic gum kit. And also we can see with different mixing with the colors, we can get different final effect from lighter to darker. So this is the indications, this is the instructions about how to use these different colors. The first one is the simulation layered method. This needs us to bake the bridge or the framework in the furnace for 2 times. And I think it's kind of easy or simple for us to understand how to use them. As we can see, at first, we are doing a steam cleaning on the surface before we're doing the staining. And after cleaning, before we apply the stains, we need coat a thin layer of the cutting liquid 2 on the surface. And then using pink 2 to coat the main color area. And then is pink 3 to the mucosa area. And next is the, Next is pink 1 or pink 1 mixed with 3D-N or 3D-V for the free gingiva area, because some gingiva area is, most of the free gingiva is very light. So if you think pink 1 is a little bit darker for the free gingiva part, we can mix in pink 1 with 3D-N or 3D-V and then apply it on the free gingiva area. And next is for the intensive area, using pink 1 or pink 1 mixed with 3D-N and V for the bone counter area, and then pink 4 to apply it on the intensive area to make better layered effect. And the last to ink, use pink 5 to simulate the blood vessels in the mucosa area. And the pink 5 is only for the mucosa area, because on the upper part of the gingiva, we cannot see some very obvious blood effect. So pink 5 is mainly for the mucosa area. After doing like this, we can center the restoration in the furnace for the first time. And it's better to use a long time drying to make the liquid dry and getting a better final effect. So on the third picture, you can see the complete effect of the first sinting. And then we can use 3D-V and 3D-N to create the layered effect and the stable effect. So first we are using 3D-N, and coat it on the main color area. And then we dry the 3D end with a tissue. And after that, we can using some 3D-V and apply the 3D-V on the gingiva pila or on the bone contour area to make it looks lighter or makes it looks brighter. So after that, we can dry it again with a tissue and then use a hard brush to tip on the surface after drying and make the stable effect. And then we can just follow the sinting program for a second time sinting, and we can finish the stain part. And after that, you can polishing the surface if you think it is not it is not shining enough. So this is the simulation layering method for the Biomic Gum Kit, and it's a little bit time costing. For solve these problems, we have another way of use the fast staining method. And also we are using the white zirconia for showing the final effect. That means before applying the gum kit, we don't need to color the zirconia with some pink coloring liquid. The Biomic gum kit can cover the shade of the zirconia itself. So this is a fast sinting method, and also it's quite easy than the simulation layered method. So at the first, we also cleaning the surface with a steam and coat the surface with a layer of liquid 2 on the surface. And then we are using pink R to coat the gum area. So for this part, if you think pink R is not dark enough or is not dark enough to cover the shade of the restorations or the frameworks, you can mix in pink R and pink 5 to get a darker pink and coat it on the surface. And then we can using pink 5 to coat the main color area for the comparison. Like the main color area is a little bit darker than the free gingiva area. And after that, we can using another color to decorate the main colors area again. So after that, the surface is coated with a thin, we can using the 3D-N to coat it on the whole surface, or use pink 2 mixed with the 3D-N to create a depth effect or a layered effect, and dry them with a tissue. And after that, we can use a hard brush to tip on the surface and create the stable effect. And after that, we can just follow the recommended instructions to baking the framework in the furnace. And after that, if you want, you can also polishing the surface or not. Normally, I will polishing the main color area or the bone contour area to make a better layered effect. So this is a fast staining method, and we can see the final result. And the last, we have a video to explain the operations of this 5 or 6 different kind of pink. So first we have P1 to P5. Now it's P1, and from left to the right is P1, P2, P3, P4, and pink 5. Now mixing them with the liquid 2, because most of the paste in this gum kit, they are 3D paste. And for getting a better layered effect or better operation, we recommend to use the liquid 2 for mixing them. Also for pink R and pink 5, we also need it a little bit sticky so that it can stay where we want to apply them. So for mostly while I'm doing the staining, I will use pink liquid 2 for all of the paste. So now I'm mixing the liquid 2 with this paste. So it's better not to using too much liquid while mixing, just make the paste looks like honey or looks like ice cream. I think that is better, easy for us to understand. And also here we are using the 3D Pro Hollywood White to show that the Biomic Gum Kit can cover the shade of the restorations totally. So we don't need to painting or using some pink coloring liquid before we applying the pink stains. So now we are applying pink 2 on the main color area.
זה החרסינה שיש הגלס שלנו, לא?
And for the shape of the main color area, we can just go with the morphology of the gum part. So this is after using pink 2. And after that, we using pink 3 for the mucosa area directly. So this is after using pink 3, like for the main color area using pink 2, and for the mucosa area we are using pink 3. Now it's pink 1 for the free gingiva area. And also if you think the pink one is a little bit darker for this part, you can mix in pink 1 with 3DN or 3DV. But for me, I prefer to mixing 3DN with the pink one for the free part. And now it's also pink 1 for the bone counter area. So here is the tips. The bone counter area is not some circles. They are like a U shape, a U shape. So it's not sharp, it's a round shape. So while applying them, we can make it looks a little bit soft. And also for the bone contour area, after collection some gingiva pictures of nature gingiva, we can find most of the bone contour area, they are contacted with each other. So if you feel after staining, it looks not that nature, maybe we are just separate the bone contour area like the video, but you can do like this because after that we will apply the intensive color pink 4. If you don't want to use too much pink 4, you can make the bone color area contacted together. Oh, sorry. And now it's pink 5. Sorry, pink 4. Pink 4 for the intensive area of gum. And also you can use a small brush. This is the 2D brush in the Biomic kit for trim the free gingiva area. And now it's pink 5 for the visuals. So that is the final result before baking in the furnace. And here is the sinting program. For the long bridge, like 4 to 7 unit bridge, the heating rate is 40 degrees per minute and the maximum temperature is 830. And holding time is 1 minute. Cooling time is 5 minutes. But it depends on your furnace. If your furnace is not cooling time, is cooling rate. I think the cooling rate is also same like heating, is 40 degrees per minute. This is after baking. And you can see it's already looks glossy on the surface. If you do not want too much shining after first time baking, you can using a shorter holding time or a little bit faster heating rate. Like you can make the heating rate around 50 degree per minute and the holding time is like 50 seconds or 45 seconds. It's after sinting, it will not look too much glossy like this. And now we are creating the layer on the surface, and also we are creating the stable effect with 3D-N and 3D-V. So this one is 3D-N and 3D-V. Now we are using 3D-N and apply them on the main color area. And now it's a 3D-V. So 3D-V is for some high contour area, like the gingiva pila or the bottom of the bone contour area, to make a better light reflection and a better layered effect. Because we are using 3D paste all the time, so it's better to use liquid tool to mixing them. And now you can see on the picture is after drying the liquid with tissue. So now we are using a small brush, a small hard brush to create the stable effect. Just tip the brush on the surface. And using pink 5 to apply it on the mucosa area. Before baking in the furnace, and the same sinting program, and after baking. So after baking, if you see the final result like this, and you want it to look more glossy or more shining, you can polish the main color area, or I prefer to polish in the main color area or the bone contour area. And this is the final result. And also, if you want to stain the crowns, you can use in the Biomic aesthetic kit to doing the staining on the crowns. It's because they are using same sinting program, so it's quite easy for us to control them and apply them. So that is all for today's webinar. And after we launch the 3D paste overseas, and we will also have several of the webinars for the hands-on course of the gum paste. So if you have any questions, we can talk about them freely. Because I think it's a short explanation for the usage of the 3D paste or the pink paste. So if you have any question, you can leave message on the chatting area. Or there's no question, we can just waiting for the hands-on course after the launch of the Biomic things. So if it's okay for everyone, we can finish today's webinar and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.